Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Fact Sheet Friday for Farming Simulator 25. Every Friday from now until the game releases on November 12th, we are getting a Fact Sheet Friday with a few vehicles, a few implements, and a few details about each thing. So if you want to see my last week's video, I will leave it in the top right hand corner. And this is the Fact Sheet Friday for the 6th of September 24. So if you like Farm Simulator content, make sure you hit like, subscribe, check out my channel. I do have Let's Plays, role plays, and all these information stuff on Farm Simulator 25, and obviously gameplay of Farm Simulator 25 when it releases. So if you like all that, definitely hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know your suggestions and your thoughts of Farm Simulator 25. But without further ado, we'll get cracking straight off the bat with the John Deere 3650. What a cracking machine. We obviously have a front weight on the front linkage, and a seeder of some sort on the back, which is a Great Plains Harvest starts here, solid stand 1500 seeder, and then we have obviously the 3650 with what looks to be a chrome exhaust. So no beacons, whether you can put them on or not entirely sure, but yeah, the John Deere 3650, a very iconic tractor with the split windscreen here, the curved door on it. Yeah, very nice machine, very old machine from the late 80s, early 90s, I believe, or maybe even mid 80s. But yeah, cracking machine. We'll get on to the next page. We have the information on the 3650. Obviously enough, it's a tractor. It costs $45,000, euros, pounds, whatever country you're in. I imagine it changes, but 45,000. It has 116 horsepower. It has a manual plus power shift gearbox, 118,000 litre tank, and it has a speed of 35 kilometers per hour or 21 miles per hour, and it weighs 5 tons. So a very small tractor compared to the Vulture we had last week, but still an absolute fantastic machine. Very nice. No weight on the front of it this time from this view, but still has the 3-point linkage, so maybe you can replace that for weights or whatever. I'm sure it's all customizable. Down below, we have the seeder, as we said, the solid stand 1500. It costs 49,500, which is more than the tractor, which is mad when you think about it. But again, you need a seeder to plant your crops. So it requires 110 horsepower. So just barely underneath the 116 of the 3650. It holds 1,270 to 1,800 litres. That might be dependent on yeah, it fertilizes it as well. So maybe it's either 1,270 seed and 1,800 litre fertilizer, or it's one or the other. So yeah, it obviously fertilizes at the same time as seeding. It weighs 1.6 tons. It does a 4.6 meter width, working width, and its working speed is 12 kilometers per hour and it's 7 miles per hour. And yeah, seeding and fertilizing at the same time. It does this. I'm not sure what that is, but we do have wheat, barley, oats, canola, rice, spinach, grass, or that's oilseed radish, grass and spinach, and then one of the question mark ones. As seen in the previous episode, we had a trailer and it had 2 question marks, because obviously a trailer can carry almost every item in the game, and it had 2 of these, so this can plant one of those hidden secrets. And then whatever this is, it's like a seed. Maybe that's just a symbol for what I can plant, actually. I'm just not used to seeing it in the green. Yeah, so that's not, and that's just a symbol to say what seeds it can plant. And it does so one of the hidden ones that we're not confirmed yet. I've heard it's supposed to be peas and green beans. So not confirmed by any means, but I have heard that. So yeah, looking forward to seeing this seeder in action. On to the next page, we have a self-propelled sprayer. These are always epic, in my opinion. The sheer size of these, big tanks, big wheels, such a massive working with. Yeah, they really are a spectacular machine, all these self-propelled sprayers. It's an Agrifac Condor Endurance 2. It's obviously enough a sprayer. It costs 420,500, so not far off the 500,000 mark, the $500,000. It has a 400 horsepower engine, obviously enough to propel this massive machine. A variable CVT transmission. It holds 750,000 litres of fuel. Does 60 kilometers per hour on the road, 37 miles per hour on the road. That's very fast for such a big machine. It holds 8,000 litres of, I'm guessing, liquid fertilizer. It weighs 14.6 tons. It does a working weight of 36 to 54 meters. Obviously enough, you can kind of shut off these extra arms and have just working from here to here, say. Yeah, you can shut it off and have it working down, turn off extra nozzles. That she works a smaller working with. So obviously 36 to 54, and maybe you can buy bigger booms for it. I'm not sure. That could be like a linkage on the back. We can't have no view of that, but maybe you can change these booms and buy bigger booms. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, very, very interesting. It does working speed of 25 kilometers per hour or 15 miles per hour on the when you're spraying, and does liquid fertilizer and herbicide for spraying off those weeds. On to the next one then. We do have this swatter. This is the Macton M1240 and the D140 XL header. So this is an interesting machine. It does harvest the crops, cereal crops, as you can see. We're in like a barley field or something, and it is harvesting them. But what it does is puts the straw and the grain in a swat, and then you have to go with a combine again and separate the grain from the straw. So not too popular of a machine or a method of doing cereal crops over here in Ireland or even the UK. More of an American thing, I believe. Yeah, very unusual to see that being done over here. I don't think you really would see it at all. I could be wrong, but I've never seen it in person. So yeah, very unusual machine for me. Definitely will be giving it a shot to see what it's like. 100%. A little bit of information about the Macton. This, of course, is if you pre-order it, you get the Macton. So it did say it back here, DLC content, as you can see. So this is for pre-ordering. And obviously, yeah, windrower, obviously, for SWAT or whatever way you want to call it. It costs 170,000. It has 173 to 262 horsepower engine. A variable CVT transmission, 518 litres of fuel, 45 kilometers an hour road speed, 27 miles per hour, and it weighs 6.1 tons. And it is a weird machine with its swivel back legs, like a shopping trolley with the swivel back wheels on it. But yeah, very, very looking forward to getting into this and driving something like this. I've never used them before. I know there is a mod for Farming Simulator, you can, or 22. You can drive one of these swatters. I don't know if it's a Macton, but you can drive a swatter, and some maps support it, some don't. So I haven't done it yet, but definitely will be doing it in this game. On to the header, we have the Macton D140 XL. So it's a windrower header, obviously enough. 97,000 for just a header. So yeah, expensive. On top of your 170,000 for your machine. It weighs 2.8 tons. It has a 12.2 meter working width, which is very wide. And its working speed is 15 kilometers per hour or 9 miles per hour. And it can swat. Oh. It can swat wheat, barley, oats, canola, and I don't know what this is. Could be soybeans. Usually soybeans is green. Don't know why that's yellow, but maybe soybeans. I'm guessing. On to a actual harvester now, a Case Agriculture AF11 and the 4418N header, which is obviously enough a corn header or sunflower header. Can be used for both, but yeah, mainly a corn header. Fantastic big combine here, as you can see. And on to some information about the AF11. It is obviously enough a harvester. It costs 740,000 euros or dollars or pounds, but yeah. Huge amount of money there for this, but it is a cracking big machine. Big huge hopper, the umbrella kind of hopper on it, like an upside down umbrella. Yeah, the big long pipe and everything, big dual wheels. It is a cracking big machine. It has a 775 horsepower engine, variable CVT transmission, 1,500 litres of fuel. Wow, that's quite a big fuel tank. It does 30 kilometers per hour or 18 miles per hour on the road. It has a 20,000 litre capacity, yeah, on this big thing. So as you can imagine, this full of grain, yeah, 20,000 litres is a lot to be having a harvester. And it weighs 25.9 tons. Incredible machine. On to the Case harvester, or the Case header, the 4418N corn header, obviously enough. 88,000 for the header. Weighs 4 tons. It is a 10 metre working width. It does a 10 kilometers per hour or 6 miles per hour working speed. And obviously enough, it's corn and sunflowers, like I said. But yeah, you usually call them a corn header because the sunflower headers are slightly different, but yeah, you can use them for both in the game. And that wraps up this week's Fact Sheet Friday for the 6th of September. Hope you guys enjoyed. I certainly did. I love finding out what machines we're going to be getting in this new game, and I cannot wait to dive in on November 12th when this game finally releases. It's just nice to be able to get constant information every single Friday from now until it's released. Plus, we might possibly get a few extra videos of gameplay or whatever in the meantime. But yeah, these Fact Sheet Fridays are always full of fun and definitely worth looking at to see what sort of machines are in the game, what's going to be in the game. So if you enjoyed, please hit like, please hit subscribe, check out my channel for all my other videos, and yeah, leave a comment, let me know your thoughts on these vehicles and implements that have been in this week's Fact Sheet Friday. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.